Hey guys, thanks for logging on to another video. And this video is very specifically on how to choose a dress watch. As you know, I recently purchased a Patek Philippe 5196G, and the road to getting here was not a short one. Um, I had been through various other watches before I settled with this. So just to go, to the most recent dilemma, that was this. Um, I have already had a Patek Philippe, so I thought, do I really want another Patek, or should I get a Vacheron? Since I had a Audemars Piguet, that would round off my Holy Trinity. On the same hand, I was looking at Lange and Söhne because, well, their movements are beautiful and they're very well known for excellent quality wristwatches. But then there was also the practical side of me thinking, well, any of these watches will cost a lot to service, probably will be much more delicate than a Rolex. So should I just get the 36 mil day date with the rubber strap? And it's going to be similarly priced, but a lot easier to live with on a daily basis. And I could put it on a waterproof strap in case I did want to wear it, uh, where I might risk exposure to water. So that was thought process. So I did what I'd recommend anybody else to do. I went to shops. I spent probably a year mulling over, more than a year really, thinking about these options. So I went to a few dealers. I couldn't find the specific watch that I wanted, which was the white gold, um, blue dial, but I tried on the rose gold with brown, and I also tried on the green day date, and I just didn't like it. It was not a dress watch. It felt like a day date with the strap, which is exactly what it is. The date bubble bothered me. The case size bothered me. The bling bling of the fluted bezel bothered me. It just didn't feel right. I do like the watch. I think it's a brilliant watch, especially on the leather strap. I think the day date makes a lot of sense. Uh, I still might have it on the long term books as a potential, but it just wasn't the right watch for what I wanted. So I also tried on the curveball, the Jaeger Reverso, and this again was interesting, but I just thought the case was a bit too dull. Uh, the case didn't have any sort of beauty to it. It was a very functional case, functional dial. Everything kind of looked. It just didn't work for me. It's a beautiful watch. Don't get me wrong. I think it's stainless steel. I think it's a really good value proposition as a dress watch. But again, it just didn't make sense for me in white gold or steel. And this was the most difficult decision, passing on the Saxonia. This watch is probably the cheapest of all those options. Um, Surprisingly, I can't believe that Lange& Söhne gives a beautiful 37 mil two-handed dress watch at this price range. Um, it's gorgeous, it really is. But I just found the dial was very sterile. When I looked at the dial, it didn't do anything for me. It just said, "There's a time," and that's it. Uh, Very utilitarian. The case again very sterile, very simple lugs, very simple case. The movement was nice, but again, it's got a massive three-quarter plate. So you're looking at glacier to striping and very nice balance cock, but nothing much else. And then again, the next option was not an easy one because I had this watch on my radar for many years. I found that the dial was really nice. This was the platinum version, but I was looking at the white gold. Um, Beautiful watch. The only thing that kind of takes away from this watch is in person, the dial kind of looks busy because of this railroad track here and the railroad track around the sub-seconds. It just takes away from the dressiness of the watch. And the Vacherons that do have a very simple, clean dial are all around 40 mils. So either they're very big and clean, or they're the perfect size, but somewhat busy. The other thing that I have an issue with Vacheron watches is the lugs. Again, on pictures they look beautiful, but they're rather long and they're rather straight. So it sticks out from the wrist. I've got 6.33 inch wrist, and it's not an easy size wrist to live with when you're in a world of large 40 mil size watches. Um, so those were my options, and I just thought the Lange was not really for me, and the Lange with the sub-second dial, it was a 35 millimeter watch, and that was too small. The Vacheron just wasn't right. The Rolex was brilliant, but didn't really suit the dress watch purpose. And then there was this. This watch I've been trying on since maybe 2013, 14. Whenever I walked into a Patek Philippe dealer, I'd try the 5.2, 5270. I'd try the um, fancy Nautiluses. I'd try all the complications. But the time in the AD was mostly spent looking at the very simple calatrava. And some people had even mentioned that, like, why are you looking at the 5205 and the 5396 and also asking for the 5196? They're very different watches at very different price ranges. But even though I was interested in the 5396, my heart really just kept pulling me towards the 5196. Um, I just It's probably a mix of simple sort of case and this timeless style, and the very thin movement. I've done a video on this watch, and I think I will do another video where I show the case back and rest of it. Uh, it's just the perfect dress watch for me. It may not be for you, but it just worked for me. The case, the lugs, everything's in perfect harmony. The dial is sublime. Um, when you look at the time, when you turn the wrist over, yes, it tells you the time very efficiently, hours, minutes, seconds, very easy to read. But also, you spend a bit of time admiring these beautiful white gold hour markers. And then you look a bit deeper, you see these little minute track. And then the case itself is just thin and just extremely well balanced. Uh, and Patek Philippe, does a lovely strap, and the tang buckle is perfect. Um, that's pretty much it. I recommend anybody looking at a dress watch to take a step back, look at what you want, look at when you're going to wear it. In my case, I have a large amount of watches, so this watch is really going to be, with a suit and tie business slash, more towards the smart end of smart casual. So I didn't need um, a moon face. I don't think a dress watch should have a cluttered dial. I think hours, minutes, seconds is as far as it goes. And a lot of the watch experts would agree with that. Um, so there it is. A lot of people wanted to know why I settled on the Patek Philippe over the Lange. Um, and it really wasn't an easy decision. I had almost committed to buying one. I had even talked about trading in my old IWC for this Saxonia, but it just I just couldn't do it. And then I'm glad I uh, went for the 5196 in the end. So look, let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with this thought process, or do you think, what, the Lange is the one? Uh, Possibly is for some people, but love to hear your comments and your feedback. If you could hit like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We had 920 subscribers at the time of making this video. So if you could help me bring it to 1,000, or even take it over 1,000. Really appreciate it. Thanks again. Uh, keep watching. Thanks.